So, yes, Tuesday. Welcome to Tuesday Paint Night. What is everybody up to? What you been on with? Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Hi, John. Hi, Tony. Hi, anybody else that might be further up the chat.
Wicked D's in the house.
Hi, Wicked D.
Hi.
Got Little Miss over at the table doing some... What are you doing, little one?
Making.
She's crafting and making stuff. And Mrs. MLG's over here doing some super secret stuffs. Maybe.
Really just playing with stickers.
Really just playing with stickers. Yeah. Hi, Red Scope. Missing one. Don't know what you mean, Wicked D. Oh, I forgot how my face was on. I thought we were getting away with that like I had yesterday.
Does he want to go out? Are you just ignoring him?
Is there some bread on the bed table?
Let him out, sweetie. Yes.
So, I'm already...
Out on the razzle, I've got a job to do, that's all. But I've got to leave probably just before the end of the stream.
I need to get you my keys.
I know. I'll do the same.
Yeah.
Oh, we've done all that, Wicked D. That's why it didn't make any sense. We can't see what you're painting now. Are you going to be painting all the way up there?
No, I'm going to be painting down here if you can see it down here.
Yeah, no painting for me, cause I'm grumpy. Now I ain't got anything to paint, and I've got to leave a little bit early, and we all know that Mr. MLG is the best anyway.
Mrs. MLG is the best.
Yeah, rubbish, just a job to do, nothing exciting.
Yeah.
But yeah, added some new stickies.
So, I'm already
I'll let you off.
already fed up with this mini because it looks rubbish. I really like the look of it, but it's just not going right.
I'll stop doing stickers now.
Yeah, stop and do your work.
Stop doing stickers now, so I'll stop playing. Why don't you? It's very green.
Yeah. I think, because it's the green that's annoying me.
Yeah, it's
So I think I'm going to go over the green with the turquoise.
I did think you were just using it as a base. Were you not just using it as a...
Yeah, I was just using it as a base, but I don't like it at all. So I'm going to go over it with the turquoise and make him turquoise instead.
What do you think?
A big lizard guy.
Ooh, yeah, turquoise would suit.
Hey, Kanika.
Hi.
Bye. Might not be able to hear me.
Yeah, so I think I'm just going to go over the whole thing with some turquoise. But like so many minis, when I've undercoated them white, or it's pre-undercoated white like this guy was, I find it really hard to see what the mini looks like when the base is so light and messy. So just thought we'd block in the base with a bit of black. Although for some reason my black is a little bit watery. There.
So you're going to do a stick then?
So just going to do that. And I'm also going to base coat, while I've got the black out, I'm going to do these wristlet things, these little armour pieces that he's got on his wrists. Entirely naked, apart from these things on his wrists.
What is it? Lizard?
I don't know, but it just seems bizarre that he's even got these on either.
wonder he was in the circus and that's like changed.
Yeah, maybe.
That'd be cool if he was in the circus.
Yeah, he's an escaped circus performer. He ran away from the circus like Nelly.
Nelly the elephant packed a trunk.
That one.
But I just think it's cool.
Somebody suggested last night, I think it was Sean, suggested that my next Mordheim warband be circus-themed goblins.
Oh yes, yes.
And
I've been thinking about that ever since,
yeah, and
haven't you?
I quite like that idea. So I might have to have them goblins that are in your cupboard there. If you don't want them.
Excuse, what was that? What was that? I'm letting the dog in and you're stealing my minis?
Yeah. Yeah, because
What goblins?
you've got some Nashrak's Loon Court in there.
Where are they now?
They're in there somewhere because I had them out last night.
They must be at the top.
They're on
Can't
the
reach the top, I'm not that tall.
they're on the top shelf behind the squig hoppers.
Yeah.
So I've got those, and then some other goblins that we've got at the shop. I thought that those two together might make quite a cool goblin warband, but I will have to have a look at the rules and see what they're like, because I might enjoy painting them, but playing them might suck. So we'll see.
Well, I thought it was meant to be.
He's a fashionable saurian, says Kuroniko. He takes his adornments very seriously.
Must do. It's fashionable.
So you were hoping today, well, yesterday you got a notification to say the green stuff world is turning up, and we never believe him, and it didn't, so there we go.
Yep.
And then today it went, oh no, it's coming today, and we don't believe him, and guess what?
It hasn't.
It hasn't arrived today either.
But the reason that I thought it might actually turn up when it said it was is because last week I actually got the thing to pay the customs import duty on it, which normally means it's in the UK hub and they're ready for it to be delivered, which would have been fantastic. So I've paid the import duty, and now we just need it to actually get here. And I've also had notification today that one of our other shipments from Green Stuff World, which is coming with a different courier, has now left Spain, and that was dispatched at the same time as this one that's supposed to be turning up today.
So who knows?
Yeah.
But it's closer than the first time it was on its way, which was they hadn't even seen the order or picked it, they'd just taken the money and forgot about us.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's on its way. We've got tracking and everything. So now it's nothing to do with the Green Stuff World. It is UPS that are mucking us about now. Oh yeah, there's nothing new there either. Because one time UPS drove a forklift into the side of our pallet full of stuff, and then gave us bits of other people's stuff.
Yeah. Well, one of the things they gave us was something for a guitar. My dad plays guitar, so that was handy.
Yeah. Oh, and the stuff for the dog's nose
Oh yeah, and
and
like
his paws.
balm for when your dog's got dry pads on their paws. You know, all the good wargaming stuff.
Yeah. They've apparently, Ross was showing me yesterday, they've added some new stuff to their website over the weekend. So when we get the new delivery, then we're going to put another order in. Because, or maybe we should put an order in and then pay for it when the stuff that we're waiting for now actually turns up. That way.
Because it takes ages to do it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. UPS rolled a one there. It's a bit. It always happens to us. We once took our car, which thankfully was a
Company car.
Company car, so it wasn't, we didn't pay full whack for it, so that was fine. Once took our car into the garage for the things that cars need, services and malarkey, and they drove it into a wall.
Yep. Yeah, drove it into a wall and ripped like half the back quarter off. So I don't know what they were doing. Messing it, like handbrake turning it around the car park or something maybe. It went to the like proper, yes I did, red scope, yes I did, all of those. Yeah, I think they must have been handbrake turning it around the car park. But it was a proper garage, proper Mercedes dealership, because it was a proper fancy company car.
It was a Mercedes as well. We can't afford that kind of malarkey now.
Yeah, from back in the day when I had a proper job. Yeah, and they crashed it. So then we didn't have another Mercedes because we weren't very impressed with their customer services, and we had an Audi, and that gave me a bad back.
It is too tall for the Audi.
So
we had a Volvo, that was nice.
So then we finished up with a Volvo, and that was awesome.
And then he left his good job, and then we had to buy our own car. So
yeah.
We had a normal car that normal people have.
Yeah.
But you didn't like it, did you?
Yeah, we had it for 2 years.
Well, we only had it for 2 years because I wouldn't let you get...
No, that's the money is out of the car.
Stop shouting at me. Right. Just tell her to drop and pick it up. The only reason you shout is because you want me to do it.
Yeah, we had some nice cars when I had a proper job. But anyway, we've got a nice car now. It's very comfy, isn't it? It's got a fancy sunroof thing.
Yeah, well, this is the second one we've had to get ourselves, isn't it? The first one we didn't like.
No, well, it was alright. We needed a car when I left work.
And I've never purchased a car for myself that was over £500. But,
no.
But that was back in those days, and didn't have to transport a very important tiny person. Just me. So I would have to go a little bit more than 500 quid. £500 was the most I ever spent. 300 was about normal.
I think the last one that you bought before you gave up driving was 250 quid.
Yep.
From someone down the road that was selling it. And it lasted a couple of years. It was fine.
It was fine. Fit for purpose. No wrong with it. My dad's friend put his car into the garage for a service, then went on holiday to the Lake District and spotted his car being driven like a maniac by one of the mechanics out for a little day trip. See, that's what happens, isn't it? It's like they drove ours into a wall, took yours out on a jolly. It's like, I'm sure that that happens far more than you hear about.
Never take your car to the garage.
Yeah. Well, you've got to take your car to the garage if you want it servicing properly and stuff. You can't do things like that yourself these days. They make them so complicated.
You can't really get into the end. What you got to tell us anyway? So Great Stuff World might be rocking up at some point.
Yeah, that's due at any time. Rosemary & Co. restock arrived today.
How it's come out.
Reese has got it sorted out today. Yep. That new Clash of Steel stuff's come. We've got a starter set to have as a demo copy.
So what is that then?
So that it's tanks, 15mm tanks, like a kind of big battle thing. So you can do like the Battle of the Bulge and big games like that, but without infantry and stuff messing the situation up. You just have loads of tanks and shoot at each other. But it's all based around kind of.
That's bright.
It is. Yeah. It's all based around very late war and almost a fictional sort of continuation war. So there's some experimental tanks and things in it. I think Gizmo's having a little dance in the background if you wonder what all the noise is. Yeah, so like the mouse and some other vehicles that never saw active service during the war, so they've made minis of those and they're included. So haven't had a chance to have a look at it yet. We have got a demo copy, but I haven't taken the shrink wrap off because I've been too busy doing other stuff. Going to give him a nice bright mane there, and then I think what I'm going to do on reflection, now I've done his base, I don't think he looks so bad, but I do need to sort his colour out. Oh, there we go. Clash of Steel is basically Flames of War, but just tanks and set after World War II. Hadn't even looked up to see that, but yes, that's what I thought. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for him to dry, and we're going to put a wash over the top of him to sort him out a little bit, and then we're going to go turquoise. So that's him for the moment, and then we're going to do a bit of something with our Yeti. Sasquatch thing guy. My other thought, I think I mentioned yesterday as well, my other thought for the next Mordheim typey warband might be undead, because I do like the idea of the vampire and the zombies and stuff. So I was thinking that I might use this guy as my vampire. If I stick his sword back on, because I think this mini is really cool. Get this dude on. Just need to find something to fill this hole in his shoulder. So he could be my vampire because he's nice and imposing. And then there's the new Underworld's warband that Games Workshop have done. They're called something like Zondara's Grave Breakers, and it's 3 quite cool looking zombies.
What am I doing this Mongolian court malarkey for then?
Warhammer.
Right.
3 quite cool looking zombies that have all got like pickaxes and shovels and stuff, and then a necromancer, because you need a necromancer in an undead warband, and then there's a werewolfy looking thing that could make a good direwolf. So I thought they were quite cool. Looked at them while I was stood in the stockroom today, putting some stuff away from our latest delivery.
Is there anything cool in delivery, or is it just a restock?
Just a restock, this one, although they're like starting to get a few things back that have been out of stock for a while, which is nice. So Old World rulebooks are back in, and I've had a notification today that the Arcane Journals for the Tomb Kings and the Bretonians are back in stock now for our next delivery. What else? What else has come back in? Oh, we got Solar Auxilia battle group randomly, which we thought had disappeared. God's
just told me we're live. That's nice.
Yeah, I wasn't ignoring you earlier on, Redscope. Yes, I do think, but I was yakking and I forgot to go back to it. Yes, I think that'd be a good idea. I think we should do some kind of challenge type thing. Redscope suggested that we maybe do some kind of painting thing where we have everybody paints a warband type group of minis.
We'll do it challenge. Ow! Thanks, Tony.
I don't know. Somehow organise it through the Discord.
I don't think a lot of people play.
No,
So
but
I'm asking you.
so people who might not want to play the game, but they might still want to paint like a matching selection of figures. We could do something. We could organise something. I think about some criteria. What's up with the dog? Making silly noises over there. Yeah, Rosemary and Co restock. That's cool. We should have all the popular brushes back, the 33s and the 22s and all the good ones. I tried to order a few extras this time because some of them, the more popular ones, we tend to run out of quite fast. They didn't even tell us it was on its way, did they?
Not that I've seen. Poor Pando's sad.
Pando's always sad. What's up with him this time?
Oh, it just says, I'm sad.
Oh, poor Pando. Need
Giving him a drink.
need a brown that's a bit redder.
Well, they exist. It's just browns that brown don't exist.
Let's try a bit of this. And build up a bit of colour in him. And that'll just make him black.
You've got dramatic music for your painting.
Diddly
I
diddly.
think you need retuning.
So, Vallejo Leather Brown. Choco Brown's quite a reddy brown.
Mahogany would be red.
Hmm.
Not got any
I
mahogany
don't think
brown.
I've got any mahogany brown over here.
Don't look in the brown cupboard.
Yeah, have a look in the brown cupboard. We've got an entire cupboard full of brown paint because I've been
Because none of it's brown.
trying to find Mrs. MLG a brown that she likes.
And now I've just got a cupboard of brown that I don't want. I've got mahogany brown. I've got oak brown.
Yeah, oak brown. Is that army painter oak brown?
Yeah.
Because that's grey.
I've got burnt umber.
No, that's just grey.
Do you want this mahogany one?
Yeah, I'll have that mahogany one, please. Oak brown looks so promising in the pot,
It does, it does. That's why I said it.
and then you get it out and it's just grey.
You should have all these browns.
Okay. Well, when our green
Black and brown's got a bit of red in it.
when our Green Stuff World delivery comes, we've got new paint,
Raiders rolling.
a new paint rack. Ooh, raiders, cool. Ooh, we've been raided by it. Didn't make the normal noise.
Ah. And how are we all? Here you go.
Thank you very
You
much.
want that? I'll let you have that.
Cheers.
Bando's straight in there saying hello. So, you've moved on to your Sasquatch.
Yeah.
What are you doing that with then?
So we're currently on with Vallejo Leather Brown, trying to get him a little bit lighter because he was looking very dark. I know I started dark, but you've got to work up from somewhere. So we're going to get his fur, and then we're going to go in and do his hands and stuff,
Okay.
I think.
And what's your ultimate thoughts then?
So let's mahogany brown. Let's go with that. What's my ultimate thoughts? I think we're going to do his skin a little bit of a lighter colour. I was thinking about leaving his skin dark, but I think it needs to be a little bit lighter, but not quite Caucasian skin. It definitely just needs to be a little bit lighter than it is, but starkly different enough from the fur.
And this is a crooked dice one, is that right?
This is Crooked Dice. Is he down as a Bigfoot or a Sasquatch? I can't remember.
But it's really cool. It's got loads of detail in it. Like each individual fur seems to be in.
Yeah, it's a lovely, lovely mini. Oh, that's should be just what I was after. So just to make him a little bit redder.
What you having? Tell us what you're having before you go. What you're having? we went to the local Witherspoons, didn't we?
Yeah.
As a family. I don't really like anything at the Witherspoons, but Little Miss likes it.
Yeah, it's a bit. The menu choices are a little bit lame, but Little Miss likes garlic bread.
I have no idea what I'm making. Just gonna find what looks good. Oh, there's a start, I suppose. In the Witherspoons magazine, there was our local Witherspoons had their picture in one of the events thingies from Christmas when they did the charity event.
Yeah, when
that we went along to as well, because the whole town was doing something for the Cash for Kids charity event. We do have a video on our YouTube, but yeah, they were in there. I was like, oh, that's us, that's us. we weren't pictured with them.
No. Boo.
Oh, why would we need to be pictured?
Yeah, I like that. I think that looks alright. That can you see it?
Yeah, do you want to bring it up a bit closer and we'll have a bit of a better look? Oh. So what brown was that then in the end?
So mahogany over the top.
From where?
From Vallejo. I think that looks okay. So let us sort the brush out, and then we'll find a colour that we can do his skin with. What are we going to go for his skin?
I don't know. What you fancying?
I think we might use some. We might try some. Oh, dropped him. Might use some Vallejo beige brown, and then some whatever that is, US field drab. We'll see what this looks like.
Oh, it's raining again.
It's raining. It's raining. Well, that might be a bit too light. We'll see.
John's cheering!
Thank you very much.
Woo! John, it's John.
Yeah. That's gone a bit wild. Should really clean that out before I screw the top back on. But
But we're not good at it.
we'll worry about that later. Right, I might have to put my other glasses on for fine detail work. No, I've got my normal ones on. Let's have a swap. How clean are they? Yeah, raining and pretty cold. We had to have the heaters on in the shop because it was brrr.
Wasting all that money.
Spending the monies on valuable. I think, in fact, that's another task that I need to deal with over the next few days, really.
Taking out all the heaters.
Yeah. Need to contact our energy supplier because our fixed rate is finishing soon.
Oh, boo! I stole Little Miss's giant hoodie thing. And it was really warm. I wasn't actually cold today for once in a while. Even though I am sat in a giant glass box.
Yeah, you haven't had much opportunity to use your new blinds yet.
They're closed now. We closed them when we played Pathfinder because no one could see.
Yeah, we did.
They need oiling.
If they're on the market tomorrow, I'll have to ask them. What's the best way to lubricate them?
But make sure you tell him who you are. You don't just walk up to a random man on market stall and go, "What's the best way to lubricate?" He might think you're a bit strange.
You right?
Well, Puppy's back. I'm not going to ask him what he's been up to. I don't think I want to know. Alright, mate. Ready? Yeah. What else you got to tell me then?
I don't know, really. Green stuff well didn't come. Oh, I spent a while this morning arguing. Well, not arguing, but once again explaining my situation to BT, who we haven't had as our internet and phone provider at the shop for almost a year. Last May, we transferred our services to another provider, and BT don't want to let us go, despite the fact that we have already been using another provider for all this time, and keep sending us bills.
Yay!
So every so often I have to ring them up or contact them via their chat function and say, you do know we're not a customer anymore, right? But the bill that they sent us and we received on Friday told us that we owed them £150.
That's nice.
Yeah. And then they've emailed me another bill today telling me I owe them another £40. So I spent half an hour, at least half an hour, on a chat with somebody, which I had opened through their make a complaint feature on their website, before the chat. So half an hour, bear in mind, half an hour before the agent I was talking to went, "I'm going to raise a complaint for you." I'm like, right. So I think we've reached the stage now where I've devoted enough of my time to trying to help them solve their problems, and they need to just sort it out. And I think compensate me for my time. Give it here.
Chaos as always. So on Hamish's stream, he has bingo, and when certain things happen in stream, you can cross off your bingo card. Some things are auto-generated, and some things he has to keep an eye on.
Right.
And I said, "Oh, it's quite cool, you know." I said, "Our stream is chaotic enough. I wonder if adding extra chaos with bingo might be quite fun." I said, "Is it quite easy to talk, paint, and call bingo cards?" And he was like, "No." But and boss normally like does the bingo-y things. So I had a quick look, but there's quite a few things that it wants access to. None of your lot's personal information, but so I was going to ask you before I did anything about it. But would anybody be interested in that in the stream? So it auto-generates a bingo card with numbers on, and then obviously those numbers relate to things. Some of you who have been in Hamish's streams will know what I am talking about. But would that be something that you'd want to do? There's no prizes. It's just the wondrous knowledge that you have called bingo first. But I don't know if that's something that you would be bothered about, or if it's chaos enough that we don't need anything else.
Were you thinking like Gizmo comes and steals something?
Yeah, well,
as
we would
an
have to
event.
think of events, obviously.
Mr. MLG moans about a service provider in some way.
Throws his painting,
Yeah.
breaks something, blows his mini and bits fly off. Yeah, just all sorts of stuff. I've never got bingo yet. I've always got bingo squares on Hamish's that are things like someone gets a level 5 hype stream, and I'm like, no, that's going to be miles off. We won't be able to have anything like that because we don't get hype trainy things. But yeah, there's all sorts. You can have whatever you want, obviously. But some of them are auto, so if somebody follows, then obviously it automatically knows that because it's on the system. But some things you have to actually press a button yourself.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what you thought. You know what the audience thought, because if no one's bothered, then I obviously won't look into it anymore. Everything is always for you lot. Want to make it as much fun as possible.
I think it sounds like it could be fun.
While we paint and think of things to talk about. And obviously the Pokemon community game is winding down. It'll eventually stop talking to us and telling us to give it access to everything in the world. And that's why I need you to look at this. Because I think sometimes, from my old job, I am sometimes slightly more overprotective of things than I really need to be. So maybe I'm just being a bit over the top.
You know, the type
You
of
might have to say all that
information.
again because no one can hear me apparently.
So Mrs. MLG is looking at.
I was shouting.
Yeah, Mrs. MLG is looking at doing bingo, some kind of stream-related bingo on the stream. So you would have a little card in Hamish's stream kind of thing, where you get like a little card and then you have to complete things as stuff happens in the stream. So would anybody like that, or would you find it a distraction from our usual witty banter and high tempo?
It doesn't. You click on the button if you want to play.
So, how does he look so far? So again, if we go a lighter shade as a highlight to that skin that we just done on there, that look all right? Yes, hobby bingo, like Mrs. MLG using brown paint. Thank you very much, Koroniko. That's extremely kind of you. Right, then we're going to go for highlights with this lighter tan colour. Everybody liked my ogre at the weekend that Mrs. MLG had painted for me. They all looked at it and was like, wow, that's cool, where's that mini from? And then I told them and they were like, well, that's a Games Workshop model. I'm like, yeah. My lovely missus painted it for me.
They were like, oh yeah, the paint job's rubbish, but the mini's cool.
Yeah. And they all said how great it looked. And that it was a really good choice to tie in with the Beastman. I'm having another game of Mordheim on Thursday, playing against one of the guys that came with us from the shop, but we never actually got a game in at the event, so he's not played against my Beastmen and wanted to have a go. The legendary Beastmen wanted an opportunity to try and take him out. So, give him a chance. It's a bit rocky, isn't it? Like something out of a Bond film.
Bond.
Yeah, or computer game. Like GoldenEye. Like when you get to an action sequence. What is up with you, dog? Why are you making such weird noises? I just want to be on the mum's table. My other half says about my night haunts. Cool mini. Shame the mini is hideous. Right, I just need a smidge of water to reactivate that darker paint there. Left down here. See if we can do his toenails with this leftover shade. Managed to get that one sorted. Just need to do this one here. Time with. Might just get him to highlight it upstage. And we said the Asmodee news. I've heard, somebody told me today, one of the guys in the shop told me today that there's been something to do with Asmodee publicised. Now, had seen or heard something, I can't remember where it was, that, Facebook, I think, one of the store owners groups on Facebook, that the company that own Asmodee are like loads of money in debt, and they're splitting the company into smaller units or something. But I don't know any more than that, really. But Asmodee themselves, the UK distributor, are closing for 2 weeks from tomorrow, because they're moving into a new warehouse. So we've just today put in our final order for the next 2 weeks. They're not taking any new orders or anything because they can't process them. So everything's just going to go into kind of a holding pattern until they reopen once they've got the warehouse moved. Yeah, I don't know what the announcement might be in terms of what that means with the splitting of the units, but hopefully shouldn't be too bad in terms of what it means for the IPs that they own and what have you. Unless there is something else. They split the company in 3 parts, floating Asmodee separate but loading it with most of the debt, which they said is about 3 years worth of profit. Yeah, just I don't know whether they thought, because it was like a private fund type thing that bought them out, I think, from what I remember, and they maybe thought that they were going to end up making a lot more money than they did out of Asmodee in the short term, but I'm sure that once they've had a chance to process the news, that we'll get a trading update in the next couple of days that maybe explains what it means for us as customers and the industry as a whole, so we can keep our customers informed. This is a lovely mini. It's so nice texture wise. I've no idea what I'm going to use him for. No idea what I'm going to use him for. He's might end up featuring in a future Pathfinder game. At some point. paint him some eyeballs. People are worried, but the reason they loaded the debt on Asmodee is they're pretty stable with sales and have a lot of IP. I don't think it'll be an issue. No, that's what I was kind of thinking. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. Right then, so we don't want to go full on white for his eyeballs. As long as it's only got a total of 5 hit points, I'll let you. We could do. No, it's definitely got more than 5 hit points, this guy. At least 20 or 30. Excuse me. Right, so I'm going to go with a little bit of polished bone. What's my paints today? Blocked. Tiny little smidge of polished bone. Oh, and then we can use it for his teeth as well. That's a good point. I was going to give him human-y eyes, but maybe I should have just given him black eyes. And look more animal with just black eyes. Was that too bright for his teeth? I think that looks alright. Do that just around his bottom lip, tidy that up. Let's have a look. What do you reckon? Do you think we should go back and do those eyes? Is it going to autofocus? No. I need computer operator Mrs. MLG. She's just nipped out of the room. It's not. Can you focus this, me darling? It's focused on my hand and not the mini. There we go. So I've dotted in his eyes in white. So if I put pupils in those, is it going to look weird? Or do you think it's going to look alright? Do you think I should do them black?
I think if you put pupils in them, it's just going to be all black anyway, because you're not going to be able to do it that small, are you? Give it a go, and if it's no good, paint over it.
Go for it!
You can do it!
Right, where's my little super teeny tiny? 10-0. The smallest brush from Rosemary. Here we go, let's get it super close.
We've even got suspenseful music!
Yeah. I like your idea. You might put a tiny smidge of red there as well. Tiny smidge of red in there as well. Make him look like a little bit more malevolent beastie. Because he does look very friendly. Going to end up redoing these about 2 or 3 times, I reckon. Wow, that looks alright actually. I think, yeah, well, yeah.
Well, they're red now.
I know. I think, yeah, Hellfire Red. I think it's. It doesn't really translate very well through the camera. I think because
you do like black, brown, random.
Well, to make it a little bit darker.
No, like round. So you're framing them.
All right. Okay.
No, do you understand what?
Yeah. We'll give that a whirl.
I mean, you can just leave them. Fine.
Give it a try. And then I think I'm just going to do his base with the Kadama Woods stuff. Because I do like it.
What's the Kadama Woods? Oh, my crouch cover.
Yeah. Yeah, the Kraut cover Kadama Woods. Because it's pretty cool. Used it for my beastmen. Mrs. MLG's using it on her wolves. Yeah, I think we just do his base like that.
Are you showing us?
Yeah. So, I think it looks alright. There, look, almost finished a mini on stream. John's the best. Yeah, almost finished a mini on stream. How was that?
I'll steady on. We've got 5 minutes left.
I know. If you'll pass me the PVA glue, I'll do his base now. Yeah, because it makes everything really sticky.
Use one of these old brushes.
So this is Geek Gaming Scenic's fast drying basing glue, and it is great. Apart from it never fully dries, stays.
Fast drying.
But it doesn't, does it? It stays a bit tacky, so your basing material is less likely to fall off. But if you leave it on your palette and you don't wash it off, it stays sticky for ages.
Yeah, I don't put it on my palette. I just stick the brush in the pot.
Right. Right. So I've got some Kadama woods here, and I've got this big plastic tray so it doesn't go all over. In theory. So let's do his base, and then we'll sort him out. So, because he is a woodland creature, I'm not going to bother putting tufts on, because this stuff is great for looking like groundfall type stuff. And yes, I realise I've got it all over the sides of the base. We'll sort that out in a second before we chuck him in. Some of that. Let's pop him out with my painting handle. Just quickly run our finger around the outside of the base and get any glue off. We don't want basing material all the way around the outside of there. Right, and then what I like to do is, and I'm sure most of you know what you're doing here, but I like to dig him in like that and just squidge him around a little bit, and then take him out and just give him a little tap. Tappity tap tap, and then where there's a bit of a gap there you can still see the glue, so we'll squidge a bit of that in, and we'll just use a paintbrush handle to pop it down. Tappity tap. Come on, stick.
Leave him in for more than 5 seconds. I know it's faster out.
Let's just get some of that smaller stuff on there. Got a big, I don't know what's happened there. We've got a big bald spot. Like my head. Big bald spot. Squidge it down. Don't normally have to worry about this. What's going on? So get some of that on there. Perfect. Let's make sure it's not obscuring his feet. Scrape the edge of my thumb. Get my tweezers out. Where are my tweezers are? Let's get some more greenery on there. We'll need to impact some more greenery areas. This Kadama Woods has got some very nice, like, foamy green foliage in, but it does sometimes get knocked out of the way by the denser brown material. So you might need to manually embellish your base with a bit of greenery from out of the tub. Having dexterity issues here, I do apologise. No, come on, stick. There we go. I'm just trying to get his base. There we go. So we're going to. I'm going to leave him to dry, and then I'll scrape the edges of his base a little more, and then paint the rim, and that'll be it. Done. Mini done. Boom. Boom. We'll have a splodge of green on the back there as well, I think. Yeah, ready to kill them adventurers next time.
Yeah, and poor D&D adventurers. Certainly, absolutely not Pathfinder adventurers. They don't need to see a Yeti.
When they come out of the little dungeon, there might be a Yeti waiting for them. I didn't realise there was little bits of slate in this as well. That's cool.
Yeah. I think they've just gone round their garden and just stuck some stuff in a pot.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. So I won't tip him up anymore on trying to get him under the camera because he's just going to fall. It's going to fall off until it's glued. It's okay. I will be a friendly Yeti that just wants a cuddle, says Wicked Dean. So there we go. Let's get him put back over here on his painting handle, out of the way, and then once he's dry and sorted out his base, I will put some pictures of him on Discord. I will actually go onto Discord and take some pictures and put him on there. But yeah, there we go. One Yeti Sasquatch Bigfoot ready for action. Painted a mini on stream.
And it's time for the end of the stream. You've done awesome, look.
I know, and it's time for the end of the stream. Thank you, everybody, for coming along once again and listening to me waffle and just haphazardly slap some paint on some minis. Very, very much appreciate you all coming along and seeing us. And we'll be back next Monday for a little bit more painting and that kind of stuffs. So thank you, everybody, and we'll see you all soon. Bye!